Back in 1999, I was a board member of MS, what was then called the Danish Association for International Cooperation.
Then I became a member of the MS board. I was part of voluntary work in Denmark, promoting youth work and promoting work in the Balkans. I became one of the first volunteers with SEEYN.
I was employed to set up an MS office in Sarajevo, which would then be a regional network office.
When I started to work within SEEYN, it still was not SEEYN. It was First Initiative, supported from the Foreign Ministry of Danish government.
Within 2 years from that, no Danish people were there anymore. Yeah? And we had employed a young lady, Emilia.
It was after the wars, after a conflict, and the idea was to bring young people together. That was not an easy thing. I mean, for me, what was really interesting was that I'd been sitting in Copenhagen with words on paper, project documents, and we were writing down that things had to be like this or like that. And then I actually went out and became part of it actively. And when you're standing in a situation, you are realizing if you can turn words into reality.
SEEYN is that feeling that you're not alone, and it's the ultimate salvation for small Balkan organizations.
When I joined the SEEYN years ago, the guys from the board for me were like something wow. And now I'm one of them.
I met SEEYN long time ago, while Beans was not even a member, but we cooperated, and one of my first trainings in my life was SEEYN training.
Thanks to SEEYN, I've met really great people from the whole region, who are not only my colleagues now, but also personal friends, and with many of them I've worked on different levels.
Personally, it means a place like a playground where you have a lot of good fun, but also a lot of creative and amazing people who are doing an amazing job on this field in their countries.
SEEYN has been around me almost for a decade, because I've been working in the Balkans. I've been connected with the people from SEEYN, and for me it almost has a meaning of an anchor in the Balkans, in terms of the initiatives that have been done, in terms of people that have been brought together.
10 years ago, the SEEYN member organizations were focused on different volunteering programs, environmental projects, and so on. And today, the members that are still the SEEYN members are now one of the most recognized and leading organizations in the region regarding the volunteering.
It also says SEEYN is fun, and it's interesting, and it is diverse.
I traveled a lot, so that's just something really. When you don't have enough money to travel, then these opportunities where you can travel for free, it's really cool.
And my first engagement was on a work camp.
SEEYN is organizing LTS, Leader Training Seminar, for young leaders of the future work camps. Actually, this summer's work camps, funded by Visegrad Fund, within the project Learn, Volunteer and Share.
If you compare the participants who are attending this training, you can see the huge difference between their ideas and thoughts on the first day of the training and today.
I think that it was very useful for me. Example, I found out that being a leader is much more difficult than I thought at the first time.
Organization that enables me to do what I like to do most in my life, and that's providing training courses.
So one of the other things why I like youth exchanges is that you can make friends. You can meet new people that maybe in the future they're going to help you.
I was very happy that we had the chance to support via the International Visegrad Fund this project, because I think that it just comprises many important priorities. What we just think very important also within the Visegrad group, because it focuses on the future generation, the youth.
We are in the meeting of SEEYN, the next meeting on our agenda, and this time we had few things to discuss and to work on, like the strategic planning that we are doing at the moment.
So what is happening actually here now in Orahovica is another pool meeting of SEEYN trainers who will try to look together actually what should be the strategy of the training component of SEEYN in the following years till to 2020.
I think this kind of training, at least for SEEYN, seems also to be very important because it's the first time they meet since 2006. They have a new strategy on the way.
Every day I use those skills and knowledge gained from a pool of trainers of SEEYN, and it helps me a lot to achieve great results.
After our signature training courses as leader training seminar for young people, voluntary management or training for trainers, this is something completely new.
This is a training for social software, and it is quite different from the trainings that SEEYN usually does.
This training is especially important for us, for SEEYN, because it follows and need and trends of young people, which we mainly work with. And it's something that they obviously need in order to attract more young people and make them active in our society.
If you want to reach youth people, it sounds obvious, build a Facebook group or open up a YouTube channel. It sounds obvious, sometimes it's not so easy to do. You have to have some skills in your organizations to keep track of what you're sending out as a message.
Hosted by youth peace group Danube. We have a training on networking called We Bet on Our Net.
This training is very useful for me because I learn about networking and the opportunities I'm able to connect with the NGOs and people who work in similar fields.
Hosting the CEV Policy Conference Cross-Border Volunteering in the European Year for Citizens, What is it for? Was an excellent opportunity for us, because it was an opportunity to promote our work not only among the stakeholders from CEE region, but also from Europe and the world.
The title of this European Year doesn't necessarily explain what it's about. And what it's about is about making Europe a better place for its citizens, but encouraging Union citizens to talk about what they want for the future of Europe.
And this year it's happening in Sarajevo, and we are proudly hosting this event. And this is the first time that this kind of event is happening in this town and actually in this part of Europe.
SEEYN is a member of CEV, and it's a pleasure to be here in Sarajevo because of this membership and because of the kind invitation from SEEYN to host us for our Autumn General Assembly and Conference.
I'm happy to be here in Sarajevo. I see also a very good dynamism from SEEYN. I think the people are very engaged, very happy also to cooperate.
I can't find a better place, I think, to do a conference on cross-border volunteering.
This is very important for SEEYN because in this way we can show actually that we have capacity and we have ability to organize such a big event.
What you do is admirable and fantastic. I think that this, in each country of the EU, we saw a wide diversity of volunteering and a wide diversity of volunteering cultures. It's different from the United Kingdom, where I come from, to places that were behind the Iron Curtain, as we called it.
We were all more or less just kids back then. And now we can see that SEEYN, of all those networks that existed there, they're one of the few who are still alive.
When I look back at it, I mean, I'm very, very proud to have been part of the SEEYN, also at an initial stage. And I'm very proud of the fact that people actually cooperated.
So how do I see SEEYN now, after almost 15 years since it all started? Well, obviously SEEYN is far away from my everyday now, but I think a lot has happened since those crazy days when it was started as a lot of vague ideas that kind of came together and was mixed in a pot and stayed around.